Hello, everyone. We are live, and I see I didn't change that. It's not a Bob, a Fishy, and a Brian. It's just a Fishy. Let's see. How do I change that? There we go. Just funny. I just noticed that right now after I went. There we go. Now it's fixed. Just kidding, right? It's just a Fishy. Yeah, so I just thought, why not go live? Here, let's adjust my microphone. Probably made lots of noise when I did that. There. Now, if you're in the chat, you're more than welcome to chit chat in the chat. If that makes any sense. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here, look at myself, and chat to my imaginary audience. If you are in here, let me know that you can hear me all right. I have no way of knowing until after the fact if you can hear me. Otherwise, it's just me that can hear me. Yeah. I am thankful that I have electricity today. I actually had a phone call from a friend not too long ago. She lives here in the same town as I and apparently has no electricity right now. There are no storms necessarily, but we've had quite a bit of wind starting yesterday. We had lots of wind yesterday, and we have lots of wind today, so I don't know, maybe there's a pole down somewhere, thus the electricity's not working at her house right now. She said she's doing good and all, she just couldn't figure out her garage door, and so she's waiting for help on that. Oh man, you so funny there, brother. Bored old fart says, it's okay, we'll just sit here and look at you too. I guess it is a two-way thing going on here. I can see me and you can see me. I just can't see you. That's two ways of seeing me. Anyway, I just thought I'd come on here for about an hour and we'll go with that. Give myself a little break of today. I don't actually work outside the home at all today, but I am working on my online business things today and catching up on some, home things like laundry, dishes, tidying up, cleaning. Things that a person maybe doesn't feel like doing during the week after 7 or 8 hours of work, especially getting late into the evening, nighttime, actually more like nighttime. Like my last work day, I was at work for 9 hours because it took an extra hour to get done. The people at my current job are all, or mostly all, I guess there's always going to be that one person, but overall, they all are just wonderful, very encouraging, very positive environment. It's a lot. It's a lot more than I expected originally, and right now they're having lots of sales. I'm a cook, basically, and with all the sales, it is hard to keep up. I'm also the closing part of cooking, so I do a lot of cooking extra right now, and then I have like 2 hours worth of dishes to do at the end. And thus, I was there for 9 hours here the other day because I can't really leave until I'm done, and it's just a lot. It's a lot physically, and because it's a lot, and I almost feel like I'm failing because I'm not getting done when I'm supposed to be done. It's a little bit mentally, but it's not the people. The people there are great. The company as a whole is great. It's just for myself. I definitely could not do this job full time and even part time. It's a lot. Yeah, it's just a lot. I mean, here I'm fretting about it And I don't work today or tomorrow. It's not till Sunday. And like I said, it's more so on me because the people there are really cool. So nothing against the company, nothing against the people. It's just a lot for me, myself. And I think I've mentioned before that I'm now realizing or noticing that I'm developing like a hernia because some of the lifting, there's some really heavy lifting at times, very physically demanding. I've had little bouts of episodes with my syndrome, and so it's definitely something I can't do long term, and definitely not something I can do full time. Now, if I'm able to, I would like to keep up with working there at least once a week, like eventually, and then have enough other things to fill in the rest of my financial because I do really like the company. It comes with really good perks. And like I said, the people are great, but I think one day ultimately would be what I can keep up with. Right now, I have 2 to 3 days, and I have to have that because that's my only source right now. Let's look in the chat for a moment. Parcel did turn up, but I wasn't unable to receive it because someone asked for a signature. Well, I didn't ask for a signature. Oh, I don't know. She didn't ask me if I needed one or not. Sorry about that. I don't know. And I have to say, you guys can't see. I'm pointing to this corner, but Restream is a little off. It says there's one person watching right now, and I see 3 people commenting. Well, hello there, Joey. Nice to see you. And Dave and Wolfie, wonderful to see you. Oh, it's just... Anyways, I'm glad it got to you. Sorry you needed a signature. Like I said, I don't remember them asking me if I wanted a signature or not. Maybe it's something they automatically do. I don't know. But hopefully it's what you were wanting. So anyway, as maybe most of you know, the job I had prior to my new job, I actually got let go of that job here. It's been a couple weeks ago now. A little bit bittersweet. I will miss the people that come in, the members, or however you want to refer to them as, because they were a joy. It's a little bit bittersweet, though, because it ended up being very, like, abusive, I guess maybe be the word, where the others were using me to do all the things. And then it was like a friend with a friend with a friend, so you had nobody to go to about it. So ultimately, since I did mention something about it, and then they've had it out for me for a while, and then they finally had me go. So it's bittersweet, though, because it's one less stress emotionally because it reminded me too much of past. Physically, it wasn't as demanding. It was just the thought that I know that I was doing all the things and the rest weren't. So, anyways, it is what it is. It was a great stepping stone to go from not working to working somewhere up until the last handful of months. Then it got to be just very toxic, I guess, there. Like I said, my new job is great. It's just for myself. It's a lot more physically demanding than I expected, and it will wear me out. But it's nothing against the company or the people. They are great, and I like how the company has everything laid out. So that's why, ultimately, eventually, when I can figure out other things, if they'll keep me on for at least 1 week or 1 day a week, I would do that eventually. Yeah, I know I'm repeating myself, but hey, maybe you didn't hear it the first time. And now I see that Jim is in here also. Stella, glad to see you streaming right now. Just happened to be on your YouTube when you came on. Perfect timing. I'll let you know when I go get it. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad I made it there anyways. You just never know nowadays. I know it's a little later in the day. I am having my version of coffee. It's basically instant coffee with lots of cream, some vanilla extract, and a little hint of sugar. Actually, no, I didn't add sugar. There was sugar in the creamer. AKA my own cappuccino, right? That's what it is. A sweetened cappuccino. I know that if you go to some coffee shops, because I've done this before, because a true cappuccino, from what I understand nowadays, like I didn't understand this before, is just like frothed up coffee stuff with maybe a little creamer in it, but it's not sweet. It wasn't what I was expecting. I am definitely into the sweet cappuccino. Like I say, I've gotten it at a coffee shop and I was greatly disappointed because it wasn't what I was expecting. Because when you get like a cappuccino mix at the store, it's definitely sweet. Or there's even been some like gas stations I've gotten it at, and they're definitely sweet. So when you go to a coffee shop and it's like, okay. So let me just clarify. It's a sweet, creamy cappuccino that I enjoy. I know the sweetness is not good for you, but I really don't like coffee. I like to use it as a tincture in my sweet, creamy drink. I had thought about doing like a morning. Sorry, I'm trying to swallow and talk at the same time. I had thought about making or doing a morning, like a coffee chat, but I was up a little later and I thought, you know what? No. And then I got some other things done first. And then I debated. I was like, yeah, I'll go live. I'll go live. Take a little break, about an hour. And then I need to dive into finishing up the website I'm making for the online stickers and more business that Sparky and I are working on. And I need to finalize some pricing and do some like image transfers to some t-shirts and see how that looks and go from there. Going back to cleaning carpets. Well, I hope Wolfie didn't do anything naughty. You're cleaning carpets because of Wolfie? Or is it because of all the pizza you guys had? Anyways, thank you so much, Dave, for stopping in. And yes, happy carpet cleaning. And Joey, how are you doing today? What are you doing today? Are you working happily away or what? I just need to remember to breathe, right? Remember, I have all day today off and all day tomorrow off. It'll be okay. And then even if it takes me longer at work on Sunday and Monday and Wednesday, I will be okay. Yeah, they're having, like I said, when the sales go away, which isn't for another month from now apparently, then it'll taper down because I was just getting to a rhythm where I was like, oh, I can do this, right? It's a lot, but hey, I'm pretty much on time. And then this 6-week sale came up, so it just, it knocks the socks off. But like I was telling one of the coworkers, when the sale is over, you'll be like, wow, this is a breeze. So it may be pretty cool afterwards. Frothed. There we go. Frothed. Is that what they do? All right, here we go. Bored Old Fart says, a true cappuccino is 1/3 coffee and 2/3 hot frothed milk with chocolate powder sprinkled on top. Sugar is a personal addition. I thought you said addiction. Well, that is an addiction and an addition. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I knew it wasn't very sweet. It wasn't what I was expecting. Improper coffee, not instant. I do have a coffee maker here, so I could make it more official. Which I do still have some coffee from Tim Hortons, actually, that's ground, so I could do that here. But I was being lazy. I still have like these little stick, I'm like saying stick, individual pack stick things. What do you call it? Oh my gosh, you guys are going to go to the gutter now. Instant coffee, personal, like little, anyways, I'm not even going to say anymore. It's just for individual cups. So I plop that in with my hot water, And then I added some sweetened creamer, which is a little bit better than some creamers out there. It has no like weird fake sweeteners, no corn syrup or that junk. It does have sugar in it and it has like vanilla and it's a little bit of a better version of a sweet cream, okay? A lot of times I'll just get heavy cream, just plain old heavy cream, and then I add honey or my sugar of choice, basically. And that's probably the better way to go. This creamer I'm trying to describe was actually on sale, and it was convenient, so I got it. Individual instant coffee packets, or if you want to call this sackets, sure. I could go get one and I'll show it to you. It's different doing solos, right? Because there's not like a co-host to take over when I disappear. I'll be right back. Be back after these messages. Entertain yourselves. I am back. That was quick, right? These little things. They'll show up. Just have these still. So, instant coffee. And they're just in these little packets, I guess. All right, some other things I was going to show you. If you could hear me when I was babbling over there. Tim Hortons coffee. So I could make something more real. Another thing I was going to show you all. Sauerkraut. See? Sauerkraut. This is ready to go into the refrigerator. I was going to put in the refrigerator the other day, but I decided, I'll leave it out for a couple more days. And now I will be putting a normal cover on it. Smelling good. I'll be back. Gotta put this back. Put this back. I don't know. I keep running around. I also have a big bag. I have a big bag of potatoes. Yeah. And they've got eyes on them. See? I'm going to plant these today. They're Yukon Golds. All right, now time to sit down again for a minute. All right. I just like playing with coffee with 3 French vanilla creams. Now, Stella, you got me thinking about getting one right now. That's good, right? Go get a coffee. Make a coffee. Yeah. Like I say, I know it's the middle of the day, but hey, I need a little bit of energy, although I got lots of energy. The patches that I wear actually help a lot with that. It has gotten me through getting things done at work. Now, I know I just got done telling you how physically demanding it is, and it is, even for the normal person with no past health issues or abuse or in regards to emotional issues or whatever. Anyway, I have to say, I could not even attempt even a tiny bit of what I'm doing at my new job or just daily life. There's a combo, right? I'm not underfoot of the man in my past. That's helpful. But then also these patches I wear also give me more endurance and energy and less of the episodes. Now, because lately it has been just exceedingly overly physical, I have had little tiny bouts of episodes. Um, so that's why I know that I just physically cannot. At some point, I'm got to tone it way down. But I couldn't even attempt even just normal workload there or even a normal day here. I come from the past of where I was fainting multiple times a day and having week or maybe 2 week long episodes where my heart would just keep going way too fast and I just had to lay down on the couch. I've came a long way from that. Between not being in that chronically stressful environment from my past, but then also the patches. I know a lot of people are like, what? That's just a little patch. What are you talking about? But they've been huge for me. You have no idea. It's been life changing. But if you put too much strain on anything, you are going to, at some point, it's going to arise a little bit again. And yeah. Anyway, they have been a lifesaver though. Just a normal function in life, and people that have known me from the past know of this to be a real deal. So, if you want to know more about the patches, just leave a comment, or if you're directly like messaging me, and I can give you lots of info about it, my own experience, and also resources that I know. So I'm not a doctor. I just let you know my experience, and I can let you know what they potentially can do for you. Everybody's results are going to vary, the length of time, because we're all different. We're all engineered different. We all have different things going on. Like I definitely had more of a chronic autoimmune thing, and I'm not saying it disappeared, but it's definitely a lot better than it used to be. And we all have different things, and everything takes time. It took time to get where we're at. And it'll take time to go the other way too. Some of us experience things sooner than later. Like myself, I can say that I experienced energy right away and better sleep right away. Everybody's different. My mom, who's been on here doing live streams with me a couple times, and I plan to do that again with her here in the near future when she's available to do so. Anyways, she had similar results. She had better energy. My dad didn't know what to do with her, because not that my mom was like lethargic or lazy, but as we get older, we're just limited on our energy, and she needed naps, and she was just a normal at her age person, right? And just busy being a grandma and all the things. Anyways, I just remember my dad saying, whoa, where'd she get all this energy, right? Because she's like, go, go, go. Although it's not like caffeine, don't take it that way, but it's like how I would explain it. It's like the Energizer bunny that keeps going and going and going and going. That's how you kind of feel. Yeah. A nice, steady, healthy energy without the peak and then the crash. You don't get that part, which is kind of nice. I think you need to also find a stress management routine to help you through the bad times. Should include meditation. Yes. Ultimately, my hope and goal and dream would be to be back in the country. That is where my roots are. I grew up all my life in the country, and I lived in the country with my ex for like 17 years. I was only in like a town or a city in an apartment for about a year in between growing up and getting with my ex. And then so most of my life is in the country. To me, that is peace and freedom and just going outside and just, enjoying the nature. That is paradise to me. So now the last handful of years, obviously, I've been in different towns and cities, and truly I feel like a birdie in a little cage. Now my cage got a little bigger though, because I was living with a lady in her basement, and she's a nice lady. It just got to be it just wasn't easy. Living in a basement for me anyways is a little bit depressing. And then dealing with another person that was very used to living alone for like 14 years wasn't easy. And I'm sure it wasn't easy for her either. I'm still very, very grateful that she let me be there for not too much for she didn't ask much for rent. But to go from that to a whole house to myself, that makes it's better. Then I can come home after work and just it's not like I got to come home and deal with more people. So that in itself is nice. One step at a time. I do see that Grandpa Kevin is here. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a little while. And Captain Jerk is here. Nice. Good to see you, Captain Jerk. How are you doing? And your lady? I suppose another thing right now, and I don't know if it's because I was traveling for a bit at first where I went like to Canada and back here to Minnesota and to Canada and back. If that's why, or if I just have it in my blood right now. But I truly feel like traveling, I don't want to feel stuck. I hate the feeling of feeling stuck. And maybe, I don't know. That's probably partially why I'm trying to figure out ways to make money that gives me that ability to fly around if I want to, or swim around. I suppose I could use that thought since I'm fishy. But also, it's not that I can't be a hard worker, but I need the time to do it. And to be rushed with a lot of stuff is really hard for me. Give me the time to do it and I can do it, but I would like to have the time to do it. So, yes, that's what I am thinking. MB7, nice to see you. I'm just responding to a quick comment here on my phone. I'm at work on break. Oh, that's so cool. Well, like I was just saying, life is good. Just trying to tweak it a little bit, trying to figure out where I'm going from here. I really do like where I'm living right now. I get, the landlord here is awesome. I don't have to live with the landlord, which is even more awesome. But really, he's really great. Very accommodating, communicates well, a little bit flexible, I guess, in terms of things. So it's really good. Now the rent is like 3 times as much as I was paying when I was living in the basement. So that is why I do need to figure out other means for income. Otherwise, I won't be able to keep it up. I am looking at other jobs right now outside of my online business because it's just one of those things in life. You need money for some reason, unless I find some rich guy that wants to let me live with them. No, just kidding. No, you gotta earn your keep. So, yeah, and I gotta keep telling myself it's just for now. It's just for now. I'm still in town. Just for now. I'm working these hard jobs. Just for now. Now, just for now might mean years, might mean months, but telling myself it's just for now, it's just for this chapter, somehow keeps me not from panicking over it, I guess. It keeps me from panicking. One second. Oh, somebody said travel here. Yeah, I'd love to. So, yeah, I kind of have the travel bug in me. So, if I have the means to do it, I would love to. But obviously, I got to figure out means for making money too, so I can keep my place here and keep things going at the same time. Yeah, I'm not usually on at this time, MV7. I just figured I'd go live now for a little while. I'll be on for about another 30 minutes. I do have another stream set up for later today where it'll be both Toyman and I going live. It'll be 8:30 tonight, Central Standard Time. Yeah. We all wish we had time, but life is demanding. It is. It is very demanding. But life is short, and I refuse to figure that this is it. I don't want to have all my life just stress and work for really, if you think about it, for very little. And then the end, and then you're done. I know there's responsibility. I know we have to work, but there has to be a better way. And we will figure that out. As I figure that out, I say we will figure out because maybe some of you will have some great ideas too. But once I figure out, I will share those ideas with you because I'm going to figure it out. I am determined to figure it out. One second here. There we go. That and that. Yeah, because I had a phone call and just letting them know. Just letting them know I'm live right now. So I cannot be talking on the phone at the very moment. And letting another person know that I'm live. There we go. Yes. Jim says I need to take off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, Jim, for stopping in. And hey, how do you like the new look? Now, when I first started, the whole setup was flipped around, where you saw a TV in the background, the front door. I think you saw some chairs. I don't know. But now it's shifted because I had a table right here, which we took down. I had some help. It's the landlord's table, but it took up so much space. There was no space for sitting other than like two people or sitting up on the high chairs, like high chairs. It sounds like a kid, but see those chairs? They're higher up. They're around the table. But before Brian and Bob came to visit, I was like, and even before that, before I knew they were coming, I wanted more sitting space. Because if somebody come over, it's a little awkward if there's more than like two of us and we want to sit in a comfortable chair, maybe not in the higher by the table chair. You know, it's kind of awkward, like if you're the third person or something. So I had my dad help me plot my couch here. I still got to put the legs on it to boost it up a little bit. When Bob and Brian were here, I ended up sitting on the couch because it is lower to the ground, a little harder to get out of it. It's kind of sucks you up a little bit. But anyway, now if anything, I have like too many chairs in this small. Well, it's a little bit awkward. The living room here is not set up well for a living room, and it's a small house anyways. So I have to play around. Right now we have chairs kind of scattered about. But hey, there's more sitting space. I would like to take the time to say hello to Brian. It looks nice. I wish you could come and visit. I wish you would come back to visit too there, Brian. Anyways, so yeah, I turned it around. This is on one of these desks that actually I could stand at if I wish. It's one of those ones that you push a little button and it goes up and down. I believe Bob, aka Gill Skills, has one of these. It's kind of nice actually, because sometimes, for me anyways, my butt gets sore and I'm done sitting on a chair. So it's nice to be able to boost it up a little and be like, oh, now I could stand and have it at eye level. Couch chair, new fireplace. Actually, there's a fireplace over there that isn't put together yet. Yes. It was a tiny bit cramped, but certainly doable. Yes, it was. Once you get too many people on here, it does get a little cramped. Now, It would have helped immensely if the bugs weren't so bad outside, because we could have went outdoors and sat in chairs and stuff too. But yeah, can't have all the things. I can't own a mansion. Does anybody here know of somebody that has a mansion that they, I don't know, need somebody to cook, clean, and do all the things? Oh, look at that. The man of the hour. There we go. Hi there, toy man. Hi, honey. I think he just woke up. And like I was saying earlier, Toyman and I will be doing a live stream tonight at 8:30 Central Standard Time, unless we talk and maybe that doesn't work. But I'm assuming 8:30 my time will be fine. And then we'll go, I don't know, an hour or two or something tonight. I don't want to be up too late because there are citywide garage sales tomorrow in my favorite location. It's not like actually where I'm living. It's outside of here, but not too far. And it's my favorite place. It's one of those small town. You could walk from garage sale to garage sale and get great deals. Sometimes free deals. And you wouldn't believe what some people throw out sometimes. Is that the secret code? Yes, that's definitely the secret code. I just killed 3 of your bugs today. I think Dee Dee ate at least 2 of them. Oh, you still have those things? Gotta go. My break over. Ah, those breaks go way too fast. And right now at my current job, there's just so much to do. Sometimes I skip my break because I don't have time. Now, the last time when I was there for like 9 hours, I had to take a break. I was starting to get a little symptomatic. I was like, I have to at least take a 10-minute. When I'm there for 8 hours, I can have up to 20-minute break. But in my experience right now, especially with this busy time, if I take a 20-minute break, then I'm going to be there at least 20 minutes or better over. So sometimes it's better to skip the break if you can to get done earlier. For now, anyways. Hopefully after all this craziness, I can take my proper break again. I did take a 10-minute, and I mean, that didn't really make a big difference because I still was there for another hour. So what? I would have been there another 40 minutes instead if I, took my break. Or didn't take my break, I mean. They couldn't have scheduled that around the visit from Bob and I. Lazy. Who is lazy? Anyway. Yeah, the bugs were like prime time when Brian and Bob came. There's still those nasty little bugs here, but not the swarms that happened when you guys were here. You were here, it must have been they were just breeding like crazy or something. They're still coming in the house, but I gave up on swatting them now because I swatted the daylights out of them when you guys are here, and now I got I'm gonna have to scrub the walls and hopefully all that comes off, or otherwise one day when I don't live here no more, I'm gonna have to do a paint job or something. But anyways, what I noticed is by the next day, they're like all dead or something. So what I do is I make sure my bedroom door is shut, the light is off, that way they're not attracted in there, and basically shut the door and they can do all they want out here, and by morning they're gone. No idea. Oh, Ron's lazy. I was wondering who you were. They couldn't have scheduled that around the visit for Bob and I. Yeah, Toyman didn't get to come out. I know he had high hopes to be able to come out actually for my birthday originally. And I'm not sure if that's still on the agenda, but he was thinking about July. I don't know. We shall see what's happening. And then I think when he heard you guys were coming out, I'm sure he would have loved to come to meet Bob also and just be here to join the fun. Definitely would have been enough seating. But with the way, we're not going to get deep into the, into politics because nobody likes listening about politics, but just a skimmer about it is last I've heard, about how the Americans have treated some of the Canadians, and I know that to be factual because sometimes if you hear things through people or through the news, it's like, well, they might have just said that. But when I hear about a Canadian that I know that knew some people that came over here, like friends of his, and they actually like wrecked their cars and wouldn't fix it and all the things, it's like it makes me feel so sad. It almost makes me feel ashamed, even though I'm not directly the one that did it, but I'm considered an American, a US citizen, so if somebody else does something naughty like that, it's like it just doesn't feel good. There's a lot of naughty things that go on though in the world all around. Anyways, lightly to say, that's why Ron isn't coming here right now. That's why Sparky 107 is going to have his meet and greet in Canada. He's going to do that here the later part of August. You can go over to his channel. He's got videos up about it. That's another thing that I would like to plug in right now is that I'm going to be playing around and designing and then, showing Sparky to see what he's thinking. But we are going to have some meet and greet merchandise available soon so that anybody that is going to the meet and greet, or maybe if you just want the merch, even if you can't make it, but you want to support and have that in your collection, just know that is right around the corner. And even before that, I'm hoping to have the website up and going. Who knows? It is up and going, but up and going enough for people to browse and order stickers and other things on my website. I just have a little bit more details, and I don't know if there's anybody in here that's website savvy. Maybe you can give me a little help. I basically got to get it so people can actually purchase through the website. And I do, on my own accord, need to add some nice pictures of some of the products that I'm making. Another thing I would like to do is open up an eBay store. I mean, that should be self-explanatory. I believe, I don't know if you always do, probably. I think you got to pay something to have a storefront on eBay, but it's worth the thought, right? And at least try it. Yeah, they call them mayflies. Well, does that mean in June they go away? Yes. Toyman does work nights, but he's now... Do you have a long weekend or not yet, Ron? Anyway, he's off for today and tomorrow anyways. I don't remember. I think he doesn't go until Monday night, so I think he has a couple days now that he has off. I believe. I used to be a website programmer, but now it's plug and play. Like, yeah, I don't know. It just... I've been like watching things and I have a family member helping me, but if you, bored old fart, or if anybody could give like some more experience or give me some input because you have a lot more experience than I do, that would be greatly appreciated. Because I want it to flow as easily as possible. There probably still will be some bugs to kink out at some point, but if I have some professional help, that would be pretty cool. I still have to figure out the best way to make a YouTube video for my phone. I used to always use my camera for my YouTube videos. Yeah, I like downloading it onto my PC and do it on there. I know there's people that do all the things on their phones and they do extensive editing. Like, I believe we were talking about Yankee. You said Yankee did all the things on his phone. I know that Nomad Unbroken, he's changed his name multiple times, but that's the name I remember. He did everything on his phone, or most everything, I believe. So it's possible. I have put things out on my phone, but it was not really edited. It was just kind of maybe on each end, cropped the ends a little bit, or trimmed, I should say. Not cropped, it's not a photo. Well, I have done photos. That's pretty easy, cropping and making a photo look good, or trimming the ends or little bits of the video, but nothing in depth. So, yeah. I did write some notes, but I think I pretty much have elaborated on that stuff. About the last job being let go, it was kind of bittersweet. Um, my new job, it's going great. It's just physically really demanding. For the right person, it's a great job. They have lots of great perks. I just definitely can't see myself doing that forever. It would definitely physically, yeah, it just won't work forever unless I keep it at once a day, once a week maybe in the future. Once a day. Yeah, another thing with the stickers, I just have to finalize the price. I've thrown out some price ideas, but I want to make sure it's fair to you, but also fair for Dave and I. Because we do have the material and all the things. So, but that I'm going to figure out a price and put it on there, and that's what's going to be. So hopefully this weekend that'll be up and I can promote it and you can go at least check it out. Yankee did the recording, editing, posting, everything from his phone. I never figured that out. Yeah, it's incredible what he did on there. I had brought it over here earlier of me making the sauerkraut. I had a note here. Oh, I have a bunch of asparagus, and I haven't done it before, but I'm going to be pickling asparagus. Up to this point, I had bought I was like, oh, let's try some pickled asparagus. Well, my gut really likes it, and it tastes good. I love pickled things, right? Maybe some things I wouldn't like pickled as much, but I like it pickled. I like pickled asparagus. But it's a little pricey, especially if you get the stuff that's not overly processed and got garbage in it. The stuff I've gotten is probably made from more of an Amish. I'm not saying it was made by Amish, but Amish-ish idea or homesteader idea. So yeah, it's $8 for a jar. Okay, I've gotten a couple of those. They're lovely. They're wonderful, and I eat a couple a day, and it just my digestion, if I can speak, likes it, and I just love eating it. The taste is wonderful. But I'm like, you know what? I should probably make my own. I have asparagus coming out of the garden, and it can't be that hard, and it's going to save me money. So that's something else I'm going to do today. I'm going to make pickled asparagus. I have asparagus in the fridge. The only thing I'm lacking is I don't think I have vinegar, so I might have to dart to the store for a moment for vinegar. Otherwise, I should be set. And like I said earlier, I'm going to plant those potatoes. They're called Yukon Gold potatoes. Now, it's probably just a visual thing, but I've always liked them. They have a nice texture when you cook them, and they almost have a buttery taste, color to them. It's just my ultimate favorite. I know there's red potatoes and white potatoes, but the Yukon Golds are always my favorite. I do see that hunting and stuff with J&J is here. That's another fine man that I would like to meet one day. Everything in time. I shot too many short videos that I need to edit them on the phone. It's still my favorite is you giving Bob blonde hair. Yeah, because remember, I just had that thought during that live stream, and I'm like, well, I hope I don't offend him. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Go on a limb, take the chance, I guess, and it's going to be funny. So I did, and I'm glad I did because, yeah, that was pretty hilarious. Well, you just leave that crap back in Minnesota. What crap? My hair? Sunflower. Nice to see you. Yeah, so many people here. Well, obviously, I just got to see Brian and Bob in person and caught up with them. But there's so many people here that virtually it'd be nice to chit chat, or it'd just be nice to have the freedom and the ability to go see like a lot of you, if not all of you. Probably all of you that I'm seeing here in the chat. I got Sunflower in the chat. Brian, I just saw, but hey, I'd like to see him again. Hunting and stuff with J&J. I'd love to see him too. Bored Old Fart. It'd be nice to see him. It'd be a little farther of a dart to go see him because he's in Australia. MB7 is back in Canada. That could work. And we have lovely Lisa. Wouldn't that be lovely? It would be so lovely to meet you in person, Lisa. Has anyone peed in the pantry today? Oh my gosh, that was hilarious too. I don't know if, I think half the time he was being funny and half the time he just got confused. But to side with Brian, just know this. When I first moved here, do you know how many times I went to that door thinking it was the bathroom? I did not go to like actually do it because, I mean, you open it up, it's obviously a pantry. Because there's like, here, let me move something and then I'll move the camera. I've got like debris in the way. Hold on. I'll show you. Gotta move my potatoes. Gotta move my potatoes. All right. Get off my chair for a minute. See if I can show you. Okay. Stay there. Yeah. Do you know how many times? Oh, hold on. There's one more door. Let's see if I can show you stuff without showing you too much stuff, right? All right. It's kind of hard to see through that computer, but oh, come on. There's a lot of doors here, okay? It's a small place with lots of doors. Let's just turn the whole monitor screen. All right, so let me show you what I mean. Are you ready? Okay. And there's like bud guts too, because yeah. So there is, I'll go and open each door, but when I go away, you're not going to hear me probably as well. That is the attic door. That is a bedroom door. That is the pantry door. And that is the bathroom door. Do you know how many times I came out of there and I thought, oh, too soon? There's lots of doors. Pantry, or not pantry, sorry. Attic. Bedroom. Pantry. And bathroom. If I can open it. There. There's 4 doors. And then there's another door over here of another bedroom. But anyway, there's lots of doors. So, it's not really Brian's fault. And if he had a little bit of happy juice, that's not going to help either. Okay, there we go. Lots of doors. It makes me think of Alice in Wonderland. All the doors. Which door do you open? Now I'm cutting my head off a little bit. So let's fix that. Yeah, it's too much. Garbage truck. All right, so there you go. Yeah, sadly, Brian left. Like, as soon as Bob was leaving, they both bolted at the same time. Talk about ripping a Band-Aid off. I mean, one of them could have stayed a little longer. You know, like one little, okay, and then like half the Band-Aid ripped off, but no, they both had to leave at the same time. Ow! Oh, man. Like, when you first have somebody come over, I don't know if any of you have it. It's not that I was stressed out about them, but it's when you're the host or hostess, you just wanted to you don't know how it's going to go, and you want to do the best that it can be of what you have. My house isn't big. And I didn't know how it was all going to go, but it went great, just so you all know. And then I got used to them being here. We went to the Spam Museum. We did some fun things, went to Perkins. And then, yeah, Sunday comes around and they both leave at the same time. Oh, Brian, you could have stayed a little longer. Come on now. Anyways, it is what it is. I bet you missed. It was an honest mistake. Yeah, I was going to say, he never peed in there, just so you all know. He just opened the door thinking it was the bathroom. I'm guilty too. Well, thank you. And if you want to see a full tour of the place, I do have a video up from back when I moved in here. So it's probably more the beginning of April, I think. Somewhere in April, I posted it. But if you go and look on my videos, you'll find it. It's like Fishy's new home or something like that. A tour. I need a door map. I could put a little sign on each one, I suppose. Because, like, you know, over there be like bedroom 1, bathroom, right? Whoops. Now I'm playing around with my camera again. I think opposite here. Come on. There we go. Bedroom 1, bathroom, pantry, bedroom 2, attic. And then there's another door over there, but it's more spaced out. That's for the basement. And of course, you got the front door. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors on this level. Most guys pee off the deck. Oh, there is no deck here. So he didn't have the option. Yep. He did not. Now he might have peed into the tulips. I don't know. That's up to him. Brian slept in his van because he's got a luxury hotel basically in his van. He showed us. It's very cool. And that helped out because it's not like I have a lot of spare beds here. Brian slept here in this bedroom. I slept in my bedroom. Brian slept out in the van. Most men pee outside. So there you go. Because we can. And this is a funny little story. When I was younger, I was so mad at my brothers because right before we'd leave on a trip, which wasn't often, I mean, we didn't go on a lot of trips. Usually if I say we went on a trip, we were going to visit relatives for like Thanksgiving, let's say. But I remember being so mad that like they say, okay, go potty quick or whatever. Use the bathroom quick so we can hit the road. Because otherwise, you know how it is with children. You get 5 minutes down the road and I gotta pee. Okay, so you take care of it. Everybody tries right away. Well, they just run to the woods because we lived in the country also. So they go to the woods and water a tree. I had to go all the way in the house and sit on the darn toilet. I was so mad. I mean, I'm sure I could have just went outside, but it just isn't worth it. I don't have the right kind of funneling to make it less messy, let's just say. But it is what it is. Brian only came to see Bob, and it was at your place. He came to see me too. But no, I know, I'm old news. This will be the 3rd time we've met in person. 3 times a charm, they say. Yes, we had lots of fun. If anything, I'm sad it was only for a couple days. Just think of what adventures we could have done if it was a whole week. We did have other things on the list. Like, I made a list because I had to think, what is there to do in Minnesota? And a lot of which we did not even get to because there was some change of plans. And plus, some of that would have taken more gas. And Bob was the wonderful, I'm going to say taxi driver, but that's not the right word probably. Because out of our vehicles, it was the best situation. Mine has a faulty passenger seatbelt, and it's not maybe the best upgrade in the world for people to be in. And then, of course, Brian had his set to the side already. So I want to thank Bob. That was very nice of him to be our way of transportation. It was probably the best But yeah, if we would have went to like Mall of America, that was one of the things I had on the list, which would be really cool to go to, but that would be a longer trip. One of the things also that we did that wasn't on the plans is we were talking about buses, right? And turning them into campers. And I realized, hey, we have that at my parents' house. So I reached out to my parents to see if they're all right with me coming over with two people they don't know on earth, but they trusted my judgment because they're my friends. And they let us go over there. That was great. They got to meet my parents. They got to see three different buses, one that's not renovated, one that's in the middle of it, and one that's done. And then, of course, they got to see some kitty cats and see where I was raised from like 6 years old. So, yeah. Thank you, lovely Lisa. Although I don't have a schedule, I had plans to meet up with a friend in Chicago area that I haven't seen in many years. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, you could have waited a couple more hours. Brian has always been good about teasing both directions. Lots of fun. Yes, he's awesome. Yes, sunflowers in Illinois. That's why in all reality, she's not that far from me, really. How many brothers do you have? I have 4 brothers. I'm the oldest of 8 children. So I have 4 brothers and 3 sisters. So my mom had 4 of each. I wish I would have known that sunflower. I went from central Indiana, across Illinois, up through Iowa to Fishy's place. Well, there's always a next time. It was a 1,400-mile trip plus or minus. Well, that's a bit. What's in Minnesota? I want to start fishing all those lakes. Yes. And truly, where I'm at, there are lakes here. But if you want really good fishing area, from what I hear, Alexandria, Minnesota is a really good place. A lot of people like going there for fishing because they have really deep, clear lakes, which makes ultimately the best of fishing. There's probably other places too. I've just heard this. And yeah, I just know this. Oh, Tony! Sorry, it took me a minute to probably get to your comment because I've been talking away. I'm doing great, and it's always great to see you. Next time you go through Illinois, bring Fishy with you. Oh, there you go. And we have Steve's channel. Hey, Fishy, been a while. Hope you're good. Oh, it's so good to see you. Yay! So good. So good. Oh. Yes, Minnesota is a land of 1,000 or is it 10,000? I think it's 10,000. 10,000 lakes, I think it is. And I have no co-host, but I don't want to quite end at this moment in this time. But speaking of streams, I do have to do a little stream for just a very little moment. So I will be right back. Please talk amongst yourselves. And I don't know. This thing is saying there's one person in here. As far as I can tell, there's 3 or 4 people in here. This restream is not accurate, in my opinion. Anyways, I will be right back. Don't swim off anywhere. Ooh. Oh, I can make that bigger or smaller. Interesting. Well, I don't want that right now. I'll be right back. There we go. I am back. I hope you enjoyed that little intermission, I guess. Eventually, when we have this paid, like an actual paid account, then I can do more of my fun buttons that I used to do all the time on StreamYards. But at the moment, it's very limited. I can do this countdown. I'm pointing over there because that's what it is. I can do this that you can see now. I can, show the sides if I want, or I can make it like this, whichever. I can do a countdown. I can do like a little trailer maybe of some sort, and that's about it. Once I have a paid account, then I can do all those fun overlays and backgrounds and all the fun things. And I do see Obsessed with Horror is here. Nice to see you. Oh, there you go. Yes, we had fun at the Spam Museum. I have yet to put up my version. I know that Bob. I don't think Brian put up anything yet, but he's putting together a really cool video or two. Your side says 6. Well, your side is more accurate. And I just noticed goddamn bacon's in the house too. Very nice. I only counted about 126 on the way home. Oh. Some are probably just little ponds or puddles that they include. How are you doing there, Obsessed with Horror? It's been a while. And that's not enough time for her to go to the bathroom and come back. No, but it continues. It's all good. 5 witnessed her bathroom trips. Don't be fooled by that countdown timer. Oh, not 5. It's probably I've witnessed her bathroom trips. Well, maybe it was more than just a little stream. Maybe I had to do something more. Maybe I had to powder my nose too. You don't know. You weren't in there. I bet Spam Museum was fun. Yes, and it's a lot more than it used to be, and there's people that come there from all over to see it. It's a spotlight. It's something that's even more of a spotlight here in Minnesota that I had the hopes that we would have got to, but it didn't work out this time, is the Mall of America. Did you know, I think it's like over 32 million people go to the Mall of America, and they come from all around the world. I haven't been there in years, but that's definitely a big spotlight in the great state of Minnesota. Now back to the Spam Museum. I did see the Spam Museum in the neighboring town in the past, but it had to be over eight years ago, because they said that before this they were in another spot and it was a lot smaller. It was like a 1-room, 2-room thing in like a mall or something. Like I said, it was a long time ago. It was cool, but it wasn't like, oh, that is so cool. You know what I mean? It was just kind of cool. Like they had some old Spam containers and some history. It was still cool. But you go there now, it's really cool. If you haven't seen it yet, like I said, I know Bob put out some videos of the Spam Museum, and I'm hoping to get to that today also. I mean, I have lots of hopes and dreams. I don't know if I'll get it all done today. As long as my electricity stays on, hopefully between today and tomorrow, I will have a lot what's on my list completed, because then I work Sunday. Let's start Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. I'll still have Tuesday and Thursday. I think I still have Friday. Like, it just takes the wind out of me. So I need to utilize this time to get a lot done. I did go through the correct door. I've been here a time or two now. You tried messaging me on Discord? Okay, I will have to check that. I am so sorry. I'm not ignoring you. I just truly haven't been on Discord like at all. I will go. Do I even have it? I don't even have the app on my phone. I have a pen. I have my handy dandy notebook, which I write all the things on. I'm going to put on here Discord. I need the app again. My phone decides to get rid of things sometimes. I gotta put that back on. And then I'm gonna put on here Steve message. Now I have it on my handy dandy notebook. No, just know I truly have not been on there at all lately, not for a while. So I will go on there today. Okay? I am not ignoring you. Obviously, it kind of would feel that way. I'd feel that way. But I haven't been on there. Thank you for the note. Yes. Have you been to the Mall of America, Sunflower? It seems to me you have been. I haven't been there in many years. And so it'd be just as fun for me to go as it would be to bring some new people. Well, I was going to disappear into the night without calling Sunflowers out for not giving me credit by pointing out its 10K likes. But nice to see ya. Gonna rest. See ya. Thank you so much for taking the time for swimming by. And I have to say, when I've had the ability to come over and be a part of your live stream, you make it very fun. And you also make us feel very welcome. I appreciate people that do live streams and they acknowledge the people in their chat. I have been to live streams in the past where you're there and they don't even say a word to you. And to tell you the truth, I'm like, why am I even here? Now, I understand even myself, any of us hosts of a live stream will and can miss comments. Sometimes we just maybe don't want to talk about it, but a lot of times we just miss it. We're humans. It happens. That's okay. But at least acknowledge the people coming in. So anyway, there's a lot of people that do that. It's just amazing. But I wanted to just give credit here to, you can see through. Anyway, goddamn Bacon is very good about doing that. So thank you for doing that. It makes us feel welcome and it's worthwhile being there. When I was there, I saw a roller coaster there. So she has been there. And I did go on. I don't know. They've probably changed things now, but there was a very mild, I'll call it, roller coaster there. And I've been on. Oh, wait. Do they have that log ride there too? I did not like that, if that's where that is. Or is that somewhere else? Or am I thinking the state fair? It's this log ride. You're basically in this log and you go up, 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 up. And then you go around and it's about the time you think I need to jump off. But you don't, and then the whole log almost goes straight down, and you feel like you're going to die, and your stomach's left at the top. Yeah, no. But what would be even worse than that is a roller coaster that makes you feel like you're going to fly out or you go upside down. Not for me. I don't mind speed. I do mind where you feel like you're going to die this way or go upside down or spin too much. I can do the Ferris wheel, the merry-go-round. Or roller coasters that mainly go straight. How is that? And not flip you upside down. I used to work for, is it Simon? Simon Property Group. I am well aware of it. Been there a few times, but man, it is neat if you've never been there. Work for the Simon Property Group. Is that something at the Mall of America? See, I don't know. I've been there a long time ago. This is somewhere I've never been. And maybe it'll take Bob and Brian to come back for us to go to it. Or maybe when Ron comes back. I've never been to, and now I'm going to forget what it's called. Brain fart. Let me describe the store, and maybe you can guess what it's called. It's a store. I've never been there, but apparently you walk in, and it's almost like what do you call it when you go, but you can't really leave until you go through the whole maze? It's almost like a maze, and they have maybe a bedroom, and they show all the things that they're selling, but it's showcased in a room as you go from room to room to room. And a lot of the things you get there are cool, but you would usually have to put it together yourself. And I think there's a restaurant at the end. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart. Maybe I'll put it down in the show notes or the description when this is over because I'm truly having a brain fart. I want to say it starts with a K. Anyways, if you can figure out what the heck I'm trying to describe, you win. I'd love to go to Minnesota again. Fishy, we should find a way to meet up. Yes, because we're not probably that far apart from each other, really. Sunflower, maybe visit some of the other 9,000 lakes you missed the last time you were there. Oh, there you go. Agreed. Yes, so he agrees. He knows that I'm talking. It's good to take note. At least say hi to the person, even if you miss 9 out of 10 of their comments. If you at least say hi, then we feel like there's a reason for us to be there. Otherwise, why even be there for the live? I'm going to come up with some new games to play, similar situations, but I'll figure out the phone part. So, Brian, I'm glad you brought that up because on my handy dandy notebook here, I did write down that I wanted to reach out to you to see about us starting that again because we all missed that. I missed doing it with you, and we had a pretty good group going on here playing the games. So right now, it might vary some to what days we can do it because my current job is a 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. shift. So, and it rotates a bit, although at the very, very moment, actually, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't have anything at the very, very moment. So we could plan on one of those days. Because those are actually blocked from my current job because those were the days I worked at my other job. So yes, let's figure that out and we will let the lovely people here on YouTube know. Yeah, for a live stream, Sunflower. Six Flags amusement park is what you're thinking about. Oh, in regards to the log, probably something like that. Simon Property Group owns all the major 200 plus malls in the area. Oh, I did not know this. Thank you. Yes, malls. Brian wins. Yes. See, there is a K in there, but it doesn't start with a K. That's why I couldn't think. I was. It's IKEA. Oh, Brian, you are so smart. I don't see anybody else that says it, so Brian wins. You are correct. I have never been to an IKEA. Now, my mom and my sisters, years and years ago, we were going to do that. And we would try to schedule it when people weren't busy, be it with, I don't know, pregnancy, other jobs, or vacations in life, right? And we had a weekend planned out and we were going to go to IKEA. And I was so excited because I've never been to IKEA ever before. Some of them have, but it was a girl's outing. It was going to be for a weekend, stay at a hotel. It was going to be great. Well, that did not work out because within that, I think it was that week or within a week earlier of that is the week that I got jumped by the cow, which actually fractured some of my bones. And then so I couldn't walk and I was still up for it. I was like, oh, that's okay. I mean, I could do a wheelchair, whatever. We're still going. Well, they decided not to and that we were going to reschedule. And then it never happened. I don't think we've had a girls' weekend since. And it's just because as you get more and more siblings that get married and there's more and more that are having babies in life, it gets really, really hard to coordinate somewhere, sometime when everybody can go. So I still to this day have not been to IKEA. Yes, I could just go myself. I do not like driving. IKEA is up in the cities, a couple hours from me. And so I would love to go to IKEA one day. Then I could say, I finally made it. Yeah, because this cow incident, I think that happened back in like 2015 or something. So I've been waiting a few years now. Yes, so we are going to start those up again. Brian, let's chit-chat in the background. Let's get something set up for next week. How's that? If we can figure out anything. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just doing something. And then we can put it up and people will know it's coming around the mountain. Yes, it is. I know someone who works there at IKEA or at Mall of America. I'm assuming IKEA. Not like I have a schedule. I know, I'm the one that has a schedule nowadays. I used to not, now I do. Oh, IKEA, the Swedish shopping maze with crap food. I've never been there. I don't care if it's crappy food. I just want to go there, and then I experienced it. Even if I don't buy a single thing, and I can say, I've been to IKEA. I didn't know it was a Swedish shopping maze, though. Also, people say their meatballs are good. Okay, so one says it's crappy, one says it's good. Don't know. Wow, we've gone for almost an hour and a half. We'll go for about another 8 minutes then, and then we're going to have to be done because I have things to do. And like I say, we will be live later, Toyman and I. So I do need to get a couple things done in between. So I, didn't totally waste today other than just relaxing and remembering, don't think about work because you have 2 days still. Well, 1.5, whatever it is. Actually, I don't go until 2 p.m. So it's like 2 days, right? Truly, the day of, I can't think about anything else, though. It just, like I said, it's not the people, it's myself and the workload. Go there. Swedish meatballs. Okay. That would make sense then, because Bored Old Fart said it's a Swedish shopping maze, and you talk about Swedish meatballs. Cool. Maybe it depends on where you go. Like, every restaurant area is going to be different. In my experience, it depends on who's there doing it. Like, Bored Old Fart, have you been to the Minnesota IKEA in the Twin Cities? No. Maybe that one's different. I don't know. I'll find out one day. Brian, are we going? Or Ron? Whoever's here first, right? I think Ron will probably be here next. Maybe. Well, that's another thing. August. The end of August is Sparky's doing his meet and greet in Canada. And I have to see if I can get that time off from work. And if so, then I might figure out something there. I've said that I'm not going to stay in Canada like longer term, like the 5 months or 6 months. But I will make an exception of maybe a week or two visit, and that's it. Because of my experience and because I don't want to be very far from home. And plus now with a job, I really can't do that anyway. So I need to see about airplane prices, see if I can get that time off. And yeah, so that's something I might be doing in August. There's a few things coming up. Like in July, I'm doing, I was just talking about the patches that have changed my life. My mom and I are going to be doing like a local, it's like a local health fair thing of some sort. And we're going to do a booth and just try to share it more there with people. So that's coming up in July. So hopefully I can have off for that. I know the guy that I'm working for, he's going to be like, gee, she wants lots of time off. But it's like, I need a little bit of freedom too, or it's not going to work. I need a little bit of time off to be able to do things. So I have that in July. I might be going to Canada for a little bit in August. And then in September, my family has already planned a little like family getaway, like a camping trip, which we did last year, which was so much fun. So we're going to be doing that again in September. And then in October, there's talk of, geez, that wind is so great. It's like making noises. I think the door is flopping. I really hope I don't lose electricity because then I can't do like half the things I want to do on here tonight. Like I say, it makes me a little concerned because there's somebody else on the other side of this town that her electricity is off. I mean, I'll still get things done, just not what I wanted. Anyhowsy, what was I talking about before I got distracted? Anybody help me? Oh, October. I have a friend from Texas, not a YouTuber or anything. It's a lady I used to travel with and show dogs in AKC and UKC dog shows. She's planning to come back up here to Minnesota to visit friends. She did that last year also. And she said if I wanted to, I could tag along with her back to Texas in the vehicle because she's driving. And then I could stay there for a little bit, and then basically I'd have to figure out a way back. Now I had thought about airplane, but then I think it's Brian and Bob had thoughts of going south. So possibly maybe I could get a ride with Brian on the way back, or at least partially back or something. So we'll see what happens in October. Now, I don't think I have any plans for November or December yet, but hey, hopefully, like I said, hopefully work where I work will let me have these times off, or I won't be able to do much of anything. But that's my goals. That's my plans. You're fine with that, Brian? All right, cool. Oh my gosh, it's the longest 1 hour stream I've been in. It's only half an hour longer. I've had some people here and we got good topics. I'm going for about 2 more minutes, and then I do need to get off to get something done. We had a severe thunderstorm while I was at work last night, along with a tornado watch. Yes, there was funnel clouds, and I don't know if there was ever a touchdown, but there were funnel clouds and such going on in the Twin Cities yesterday. It was just really, really, really windy here, which it is now again today. I know yesterday I was traveling about, so I know it was really windy because you saw dirt up in the air because it's just, and then my whole car was, it was windy, and it still is. Apparently it was stormy and raining up in the Twin Cities, and it was also doing similar down in Iowa. So we were kind of, where I'm at, it was just windy. Didn't get the rain, but we got the wind. IKEA is like walking into a mall and going up and down steps, escalators until you're nearly sick, and then you have to check out your own items. Pass by their delicious meatballs on the way out. Well, can't you just eat them? Why pass by them? At this point, it doesn't matter to me. I'll just have to move the cat litter box out of the way. Yeah, I don't mind that. And hey, then while we're down in Texas, the thought is, I don't know exactly where everybody is, but if I'm at my one friend's house, maybe Brian can meet up and then we can go see Teresa and whoever else might be in that area before we head back. Because I would like to meet Teresa in person one day. That'd be kind of cool. Sister friend here on YouTube. Ah, see? He was thinking the same, but we have to go see Teresa. Exactly. So we'll have to look on a map and see how far she is from where I'll be, but we have to. If we're in Texas, we might as well. We're that close. Even if it's a couple hours, we're that close. And maybe by October, I'll have enough other things figured out where I'll have a lot more time on my hands anyway. I still keep dreaming that I just need to find some really rich person that just needs somebody to cook and clean, and we're good to go. Wink, wink, Ron. Well, and we are trying to get some things going online. We, meaning Toyman and I, and Dave, of course, Dave and I, in regards to the stickers and more. We're going to get the eBay store going. I'm getting the stickers and more thing going with Dave. And then the patches I keep talking about. Yes, I do get commission if somebody buys them, and you have the opportunity too. But what I like, it's like a twofer. I don't like seeing people in pain and getting sick and all that. So if I have something that I can show them that possibly could make them feel a little better in life, maybe reverse some of those aging things. I'm not saying it will. I'm not a doctor or anything. I have to be careful what I say. I understand that, and I'm not a doctor. But in my experience, it does do wonders. In my own experience, and my mom's experience, and people around us that are on them, there are really miraculous, amazing things that can happen. And I know those are big, fancy words, but I really like it because I like to see people feel better. And then, like I said, then the side thing to that is then you get a little commission, and you get that option too. If you sign up underneath me and then you help other people out also, you get commission too. So it's a win-win. You can feel better, and it's a little bit of a side commission that you can do from anywhere because you don't have the product in your house at all. It's just you just sign them up, and then they can sign somebody up, and the company sends it. Um, if you ever see these patches, it's LifeWave patches. Now I'm like all fuzzy now. Don't be a fuzzy. If you see LifeWave patches being sold on like Amazon or eBay, don't buy them. They're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to actually get written up, or what do you call that? Not written up. You're supposed to let the company know because that's not a part of it. You're supposed to get it directly from the company so you know that they haven't been in too much heat. And it's just the policy. You're supposed to get it from the company. So, anyways, without further ado, like I say, if you want to potentially feel better, and I got to say it that way, I just do. You want to potentially feel better, and if you want a potential way to make a little side income, message me, and I can tell you all the things about the patches, and I can tell you all the things of how it helped me. And like I say, at some point, my mom will come on here again with me, and we'll talk even more about it. She's been into them longer than me, and she's been around a lot more people that have been on them for years, and thus, the longer you're on them, obviously with your stem cells being more in your body, you're going to have even more outcomes, more potential benefits. It's pretty amazing, actually. All right, well, we will see you back here at 8:30 tonight if you would like to join back when Toyman and Fishy has their show tonight. And if, like I say, a lot of you are connected with me behind the scenes, if you have any questions, comments, or leave a comment at the bottom. If you're watching this as a replay, you're more than welcome to put a comment. And I hope you hit that thumbs up, and I give you a high five. Oh, that was a little delayed. There we go. That's better. Like Gil Skills way. And I will see you all next time. You all take care. Stay healthy. Remember, as you get older, your stem cell count goes way down. And thus, that's why we get more fragile, and we get more sick, and our skin does weird things. Just saying. All right.